Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I was thrilled to be asked to present, and I have so much great content to share with you. But whenever I think about speaking or talking to a group about business or branding or AI strategies, I try to really connect with who's in the room. Who's here, right? And what do you need? So that I can make sure to focus on you and you and amazing you, because you are not just a group, right? You are all individuals, each of you with your own challenges and your own crazy, cool brilliance. And I want to tap right into that. And I know that your time is valuable. And I want you to walk away with something that might actually help move the needle for you. Real life, implementable information that will help your business succeed. So you're in the right place. And today we're going to talk about 3 tips to teach your AI assistant to speak in your brand voice. Easy, right? Well, let's get started. Okay, so what happened in 2023? Something profound, important, and undeniable happened. AI happened in 2023. And while we've all been using AI unknowingly inside of many of our apps and devices for several years now, in 2023, we came face to face with generative AI, and it became accessible to everyone, from major corporations to junior high students to little entrepreneurs like us. AI's impact on the next generation will be profound. Schools, parents, teachers, administrators, and students are trying to manage the chaos and opportunity provided by AI tools like ChatGPT. And they're focused on, how to make the most out of these very uncertain times sensibly and ethically, right? And as AI sweeps through, disrupting industries, the fear has been, probably still is for some people, that AI will replace humans and take our jobs. Well, this is true, and this is false. Truth. AI is going to eliminate more jobs than anyone ever realized it could. It's going to disrupt over 300 million jobs worldwide. But it's also going to add trillions, no, not billions, trillions in value to the economy. Between 17 and 26 trillion is what they're expecting AI to add to the global economy. But will AI replace humans? Of course not. Humans will be replaced by humans who master the use of AI, because it will have a huge impact on employment and career skills. It's undeniable. So, how does this affect you? Well, I talk to business owners every day, and the most common questions I get are, Wendy, AI is so broad, I'm overwhelmed. Where do I even begin? Or how will AI affect my overall productivity and profit margins? Should I dive in? Well, your business model will never be the same. Trust me. Mine isn't. Yes, artificial intelligence is accessible to all. Yes. And most business owners are thrilled. Why? Because they see it as an opportunity, a way to get some of their time back, and rightfully so. So they're experimenting by generating design elements and AI content, so very much content. But what they've noticed quickly is that the AI content that they've generated feels canned, bland, and boring, just like everyone else's content, right? So they started learning how to prompt and saying things like, write this in the voice of Oprah Winfrey or Tony Robbins or Matthew McConaughey. And that was fun. I had a blast with that. But do you see a problem with that? Yeah, me too. Because if you're not Oprah Winfrey or Tony Robbins or Matthew McConaughey, the content that you're generating is not speaking from your unique brand voice, and that's a problem. My response is just get started. Do it. Learn what you can. Be a sponge. Listen to podcasts. Read articles. Read everything. And then next, list the most redundant tasks you and your team do in your business every single day, every week, every month, and consider how AI and automation might help you. Right? I mean, because ChatGPT can write blog articles for you, create social media posts for you, write website copy, create presentations like this for you, create lead magnets, just give you ideas and inspiration, help you write your stage talk, whatever it is to catapult you forward. But what can't ChatGPT do for you? Well, it can't think for you. It can't understand your personality, and it can't connect emotionally with your ideal client. Well, not unless you teach her to. That's why they call it machine learning, right? She can learn. I love that part. So let's get started. Because in the big scope of things, what matters is your impact, right? That's what really matters. So be present. Your time is valuable. Take notes, shut your door, silence your phone, take a break from social. Just focus your attention. And since time is limited, I'm going to be moving kind of fast today, but if you ever need any more support, just know that I'm available to you. And through this presentation, you're going to see that I'm quite approachable. And all you have to do is get into my ecosystem and I'm there for you. It's all good. So if you have any questions along the way, write them down. Reach out to me. You can message me in Facebook or on LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. I'm totally available if you need me. And what I'll do is I'm going to move through our system. And then at the end, I'm going to tell you how you can get more support if you need it. So who am I anyway, right? Listen, I know that I'm asking you to trust me, and you deserve to know who I am, what experience I bring to the table. So I'm Wendy Barr. I'm the CEO and founder of Intelligent Brands. And I've been doing this a long time, 25 plus years. I mean, I owned a very successful marketing and promotions company for 12 years. I owned a record label, and I even owned a hip hop nightclub. I've worked with clients like MTV, RCA Records, Rockefeller Center, Allure Magazine, Merck Pharmaceuticals, Jive Records. I mean, I even worked with P. Diddy back in the day on his business, branding, and marketing strategies. I have an MS in branding and design, and I was a college professor at the Art Institutes for many years. I taught small business management, international marketing, branding, corporate identity, you name it. I was also an SME, and I wrote several online courses for the Art Institutes. And wait for it, way back in the day, I even managed several rap bands in the Denver area, and I focused on their business and brand strategy. Yes, that's my beloved family. That's my amazing husband, Eric, and our gorgeous little dogger, Marley, who just turned 14. Oh, my baby girl. I'm an accomplished stage speaker. I'm open-minded. I believe in diversity, equality, and freedom of speech. I love technology. I also love puzzles and art and rock and roll and dogs and travel and the beach and comedy. Okay, so yeah, I like to have fun. And I believe that the more fun you have, the more money you make. Yay! Okay, I started Intelligent Brands because I knew that I wanted my years of experience and my focus on emerging technology to benefit small business owners and entrepreneurs. I was raised by entrepreneurs. My grandfather owned a pawn shop, and my mom owned several businesses, including a head shop. And if you're too young to recognize the term, yes, well, a head shop is where you go to buy the paraphernalia with which to smoke your weed. Thanks, Mom. I worked for their businesses on the weekends, and I loved it because it was just so much fun for me. And I literally came out of the womb as an entrepreneur. And my promise to you is that I operate with integrity. I will give you value. I will show you genuine caring. I will connect with the human that you are, and I will always treat you fairly. I will go above and beyond for you. Like I said, just reach out to me. Quite approachable. So you're definitely going to get stuck. Throughout this process, you might feel frustrated, overwhelmed, or like pulling your hair out, right? But that's okay. Just get started and keep going. I'm here for you. Okay, so if you have questions along the way, yeah, you're just going to reach out to me. Building a brand voice and marketing momentum for your business is a game changer. Finally, the people that need you the most and the people that you can make the greatest impact on are now attracted to you and your messaging. So instead of chasing leads, you are attracting your dream client easily and organically. This is one of our brilliant alumni clients, Marcia Gleit. Her testimonial makes me giggle. That's why I included it here. She said, if branding could be a 4-letter word, choose any, that would describe how I felt about the process before meeting Wendy. Well, she made the whole process intuitive, easy, and most of all, fun. And I love the end part where she says, what more can I say but the 4-letter word I use now to describe branding is love. I adore her. I just like people. I love working closely with small business owners. But before you can start, you have to commit. You just have to. You have to commit to the success of your business. Otherwise, it's a hobby. You can't just dip your toe in the water. You have to dive in, build a brand and marketing momentum, and keep up with emerging technology to help your business grow. No one ever built a profitable business by being a wallflower. No one. Owning a business is hard work, and you know that, right? Sometimes it's thankless work. So why even have a business if you're not willing to give it your absolute all? So let's start with the basics. What is branding? Well, branding lies somewhere in between what you do and say and how your brand makes people feel. Branding is a comprehensive message, a comprehensive expression of your business message that speaks for you 24/7. Branding is a perception. It lives and breathes in the mind of your public. So whatever people are thinking and saying about your brand, well, that actually is your brand. And it's important to note, however, that brand perception is owned by consumers. not by businesses. You do not own your own perception, your own brand perception. At the end of the day, branding is about being remembered, being relatable, building a fan base, and attracting your ideal client like a magnet. Branding is the persona of a company. Your brand should be easily identifiable as belonging to your company. It's a mechanism used to distinguish your unique distinctions from other similar competitors. Now, when properly implemented, your brand is a telling representation of who you are as a business and how you wish to be perceived by your target market. Over the last few years, the relationship between consumers and brands has changed dramatically. There is this desire for a human dynamic that really never existed before, right? And I find it so interesting that right after COVID, we really right after we were all isolated and on lockdown, we came out of the womb, we emerged like butterflies looking for connection and transparency. And we wanted to see other people, be with other people. And then AI showed up. So here you have this robot, right? This artificial intelligence showing up on the scene at the same time that people are looking for connection and transparency with humans. I find that fascinating. And that's why I'm here. With AI generated content being so mainstream, the consumer is looking for connection and transparency, and they want to know what their brands stand for, because today's consumer wants more, and they have big expectations from the businesses that they choose to work with. And the truth is, if brands don't show up with that human element, the ability for the audience to connect emotionally, they won't be able to survive, because a logo or AI generated content without the brand voice and the personality to make it feel human and approachable is like a gorgeous outfit on a mannequin. There's nothing under the decor to substantiate the brand, and therefore that conversation will just fall flat. Now, I know you've had a conversation with a mannequin before. Tell the truth. You know, I have. Here's the problem. Without developing a brand personality and a brand voice that is relatable, and teaching your AI assistant to speak in your brand voice, no matter what app you're using, when the consumer steps up to interact with your brand, they'll get lost, because there's no unique differentiation, no clear positioning, no messaging framework, no path to follow. So if you're using ChatGPT without teaching her what your brand voice should sound like and feel like, well, then you're speaking to everyone, and therefore no one at all. Customers, clients, people want to do business with people, and they want the brands that they choose to be in alignment with their own personal value system. And the truth is that if your brand can't engage on that level, you won't be able to reach the people that need you the most, the ones you can make the greatest impact on. Branding is intrinsic. Okay, it comes from the leadership within the company. Trust me, this is the hardest part. And I would do it for you, but I can't, because brand building is intrinsic. It comes from the inside of the leaders. And therefore, you, as the leader of your business, you have to engage. You can't hire a marketing person to do this part for you. And you will struggle along the way because the process is intimate and thought-provoking, but you got this. So surround yourself with experts in a supportive business community, humans to bounce ideas off of and troubleshoot with. That's what we do. We have a mastermind where we work closely with business owners that want to learn more about branding and marketing and business growth strategies using AI as a tool, right? And if you don't have that kind of a community, and if I'm not your cup of tea, find your community out there somewhere. They're out there. So is branding the same as marketing? What do you think? Good question. I'm glad you asked. So what's the difference? Let me see if I can clear this up for you. You'll be surprised how simple it is, right? You see, marketing is a push tactic. It pushes for an end result, a sale, a specific call to action. And branding is a pull tactic. It attracts and speaks directly to your ideal audience, pulling them towards you like a magnet. I have clients that come to me all the time and say, oh, Wendy, I don't know if I need branding. You know, I hired a marketing agency before and I experienced minimal results. So after I make it clear that we are business and brand strategists, not a marketing agency, we explain the distinction between branding and marketing. But they do complement each other. Branding uses visuals and language that your audience will respond to inside of your marketing campaign. But without a solid, well-defined brand, a marketing campaign can't succeed. Don't you wish your marketing agency would have told you that in the beginning? Well, they're not gonna, because they want your business. So it's your job to show up with a well-defined brand in hand. Hey, that rhymed. So the moral of the story is branding before AI marketing. Okay. And if you're using generative AI and you're struggling with your marketing efforts, it's most likely because you do not have your brand voice developed. Not much to work with from a marketing standpoint, but of course, that's why you're here, right? You smarty pants, you. Okay, so let's take this a step further. If anything was possible, right? Nobody's looking over your shoulder. This is all top secret. You could just write this in your little notepad. If anything was possible, what would your big, dreamy business goal be? And how will you know when you get there? If your goal is to increase your income and you're focused on sales and marketing, keep in mind what I said. Your sales and marketing efforts will only be successful if they are driven by a well-defined brand strategy, and that's a proven fact. Next, what's stopping you? What kind of support do you need to succeed? Ask yourself that. What do you really need to succeed? What is stopping you from just simply making it to the next level? And here's the big one, right? What would change? If you were to reach, even exceed your goals, what would change in your life? Again, this is big picture thinking. If you had the support and the momentum you needed to make a big impact with your business, what would change in your life? And this is where you allow your personal goals to overlap your business goals. Because technically, they're one and the same. Well, there's a system. I'm sure you're so happy to hear that. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. So, introducing our proprietary methodology. This is something that we devised to help our clients succeed in business and make a greater impact using AI as a tool. It all starts with Activate, right? So this is our AIM method. And because there's a system to getting you where you need to be, and it's a circle because it's ongoing. It all starts with Activate. The first thing you need to do is activate your brand. This is where you develop your brand voice, figure out who your ideal client is, identify what makes you and your business unique. And once you've activated your brand, you can begin creating a buzz around your brand, right? That's when you hire the marketing agency. But you can also do it yourself, because now that you've got your branding developed and that foundation established, it's so much easier to create a marketing campaign that connects. So if you do this consistently, you can finally build momentum. That's why we call it AIM. You start with activating your brand, then you build a marketing campaign that builds brand awareness and offers value in all of your content across the board. And then you gain momentum with consistency, follow-up, and analytics. And we believe that AI integration and education can help businesses increase productivity, revenue, and impact. So we took our tried and true process, addressed the changes that business owners are currently facing, and we created our AIM methodology success system. So starts here with Activate, then momentum, then impact. And why? And why is it a circle? Because imagine this. You start here with Activate, and you're just launching your business. So you're launching your business brand. And then you want to market it. So you go to So then you want to market it. So then you go to impact, right? You gain impact with your awareness and your value that you're offering out there, that you're creating with your lovely ChatGPT assistant. And then you gain momentum. Right? Now you're launching a new product. Starts all over again. Activate, impact, momentum. Now you're launching a new vertical or a new revenue stream. Activate, impact, momentum. So time is limited. So today we're just going to focus on Activate. Okay. This is where you're going to teach AI what it needs to know in order to develop your impact, right? Your marketing strategies, etc. Because what ChatGPT doesn't know will hurt you. So I'm going to show you how to share your brand information with ChatGPT. But first, I'm going to help you develop it. Right? Because you can't just go into ChatGPT and load up the custom instructions with a bunch of jumbled messaging. So let's get started. Ready? Are you ready to activate your brand? Okay. So when you activate your brand, it's really just 3 steps. Your brand voice, your ideal client, and your unique differentiation. And you would be surprised how many different ways you can get ChatGPT to help you with this part. It's amazing. So cool. So let's start here. Should we start here with brand voice? The first part is easy, right? Before you can teach your AI assistant who you are as a brand and update your custom instructions inside of ChatGPT, you'll need to make some decisions and document the details. So you're going to keep this info handy, like in a text document and a Word doc or on your notepad or something, right? Because these are your foundational pieces. What's your business name? You've already got that information. At some point, you made that decision what your business name is going to be, right? Your business owner's name, that's you. And then the primary function of your business, right? The niche that you're in. And then you'll develop your core brand values, your mission, and your vision. That's where the intrinsic intimacy comes in, right? Because you have to really get in touch with those parts and pieces. And then you'll need your value proposition statement. Okay? And we're going to be talking about all of that. So let's work on those foundational pieces first. Listen, today's consumer is savvy. And like I mentioned to you, they want to make sure that the businesses that they're supporting consider humans and the greater world when they make those business decisions to support your brand. And the internet allows the consumer to pop the top and look inside, right? Because everything about you is on the internet. So take some time to really consider your mission, right? What is your mission with this business? Your vision. Where do you see this business going in the future? Right? And your values, your core brand values, right? Again, people want to do business with people, and they want to make sure that those values are in alignment with their own. Here's a great example. Life is Good is a wonderful example of a company that lives their mission. Here's their mission: to spread the power of optimism. Boom. So your mission can be, it would never really be more than maybe 2 sentences, right? And theirs is like 6 words, right? They live their values. They complete their mission every single day. They have a vision for the company. So, what is a value proposition statement or an elevator pitch? Now, you might be thinking, sure, of course, a value proposition statement. Yes, that's where I get to tell people all about me and everything I do. Wrong. People don't care what you do or who you are until they understand the value of what you bring to the table. What is that saying? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Right. So this is not an opportunity for you to just talk about yourself for 15 minutes. It's a value proposition. I propose bringing you, consumer, this value. It will solve the problem that you have, resulting in changing your life, changing your business, changing your whatever. There will be a transformation. So let's break it down a little bit. For example, this is mine, right? Hi, I'm Wendy Barr. I'm a business growth strategist. I help driven, forward-thinking entrepreneurs build a brand voice and create marketing momentum using generative AI and ChatGPT to create content that connects emotionally with their ideal audience so that they can attract their dream client like a magnet, make more sales, and impact the world. Now, of course, it's going to be shorter if you have less time, longer if you have more time. It's going to be more casual if you're in line at the grocery store, and it's going to be more formal if you're standing up at a business conference and sharing your value proposition statement with the audience. So you would have several versions of this, and I do. I have it all in my notepad. I have several different versions of my VPS. So to break it down, it starts with what I do, right? I'm a business growth strategist. That's also my unique differentiator, right? Because your unique differentiator doesn't have to be that you wear a red hat all day. It's just what you do and what you specialize in and what little area within that niche that makes you so unique. So for whom? Forward-thinking entrepreneurs, transition so that they can, right? So you always want to have the so that they can, so that they can see themselves in that picture, so that they can see the transformation. And then relevant outcomes. And maybe it's just one, maybe it's two, maybe it's three relevant outcomes. Okay? So that's step one. That is your brand voice. Those are the bare bone basics of developing your brand voice. And yes, in our mastermind with our clients, we go much, much deeper. We get into brand archetyping. We talk about human behavior and brand psychology. We talk about brand positioning and brand architecture, and help you build a sustainable business, right? But that's the bare bone basics of what it takes to build your brand voice. And next, let's take a look at your ideal client. Okay, so now it's time to define your dream client, right? Who would you love to work with? Now, we're going to spend a little bit extra time on this. And don't worry, I actually do have a workbook to help you with this, and I'll share those links, as many links as I can, so that you have access to all of these resources. So I want you to think in your mind about one of your most favorite client, the one that somebody that you've worked with, right? Or somebody that you want to work with. And think about how it makes you feel to work with this dream client of yours. So really have someone in mind, just change their name, right? So we'll call her Becky, right? And then, this is her occupation. This is her age. This is her gender. Maybe you work only with women. Maybe you work co-ed, right? Maybe you work in a very distinct community. What's her relationship status, if that matters? Does she have kids, pets? Does that matter? What's her geographic location? Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't, right? We all have online businesses these days. What's her education? Her educational background may or may not matter, right? And then I want you to go deeper. I know, this is the tricky part. Who are they on the inside? So now I've asked you to identify your values, and now I'm asking you to identify their values. Right? So if you don't know, if you worked with somebody but you don't really know what their values are, you might consider taking a little bit more time moving forward with your clients to get to know them on the inside. Right? So their values, their hobbies, their secret language, like, damn, baby, or boss babes rule, or whatever it is that you see out there in social media, or that they say a lot, like their secret language that they share with you, or that they share on social media or in their marketing. What's their backstory? How did they get started? And keep in mind, this isn't one line. Their backstory is a few sentences. Their goals, their pain points, and then the desired result that they're looking for related to your offering. And then it's important to know the competition, right? Who else could offer this to them? And which of your products can solve their problem? So let's go a little deeper here, all right? So what are their goals? What are they really trying to achieve? Because your client is on a journey and you need to uncover their goals. Where are they? Where are they going and why? Knowing what your ideal client is really trying to achieve is key to understanding them on a deeper level. So next, what are their challenges? What's really going on in their lives? Go deeper than the surface. Because the truth is, in order to reach these goals, there are and will be challenges along the way. So let's go back to this slide for just a second. Let's just say you're a fitness trainer, or a weight loss coach? What is the deep-rooted reason for your client's determination? Does she really want to lose weight and eat healthier, or does she want to go to Disneyland with her kids and not feel those feelings of being left behind? Stuck on the bench, winded, exhausted, right? And let's really connect with that woman, the one who wants to lose weight. What is she really struggling with? Well, she's an emotional eater. Her job is stressful. She has 2 young children at home. That leaves her little or no time to go to the gym. Plus, the thought of going to her high school reunion is daunting, right? Like, what are her real challenges? So if you can go just a little bit deeper, you can figure out ways to solve their problem. And then what are their deepest desires? Why do you think I asked you that in the beginning? I want to know what your deepest desires are. What are your goals? What will make you feel successful and fulfilled? What kind of impact are you trying to make on the world? How do these goals and challenges and deep desires make them feel emotionally? Because it's through that emotional connection that a brand can really dig deep into what it is that they're truly looking for. What happened in their life to bring them to this profound realization? So take some time to really get to know their deepest desires and their fears. What does failure look like to them? Because that's important. There's a movie playing in your client's head. These are images and ideas that are floating around in their head related to their fears of failure. And you need to understand the impact that these fears have on their ability to move forward to achieve their goals. What are the emotional repercussions to either getting or not getting their problem solved? Yeah, that's a big one, right? Okay, number 3, your unique differentiation. So what makes you the most unique pineapple out there? Make sure that all the while you're developing your company details and identifying your dream client and building out your offerings, that you're focused on your unique differentiation. Use your own love language throughout. What is it about you that's different? Is it your background, your process, your offerings, your innovative approach, technology? Go deep here. So what did your past clients say about you? Right? Consider a proprietary methodology that you use to get the results that they're seeking. What makes you unique? Understanding and leveraging your brand archetypes is so powerful. Like I said, that's something that we work on in our mastermind. And of course, a unique visual identity. All of that will help you tap into your inner unicorn. Cute, right? I couldn't resist. So damn cute. I told you I love dogs. Anyway, I have a very special gift for you all, and it's called 10 Tips to Activate Your AI Brand. It's a cheat sheet. It'll get you started quickly and easily. And I will make sure to share that link with you. And I know that was a whole lot of info. You're like, branding, walking around with your head on backwards, talking to yourself. And I moved through it pretty fast. And I only really had time to share little parts and pieces with you. But there's so much you can do. And it's totally fun. It's a blast. And we work through all of this, like I said, in our mastermind, where we work closely with our clients to propel your business growth. And it's not just branding and marketing, but really growing and scaling your business so that you can make a meaningful impact on the world. And up next, I'm going to show you how to share this brand info with ChatGPT. But first, I'm going to share a little bit about our mastermind with you, if that's okay. because this is a great way to be part of a community that's supporting you in your efforts to grow and scale your business. Oh, this is Brad Friedman, and just a quick little testimonial. When we worked with him, he's another alumni client, and oh, yes, okay. Full disclosure, Brad's my cousin. Hey, but if your cousin works with you, you must be doing something right. Listen, it's lonely at the top. I know you're busy and you have a lot on your plate already, and now you have to learn AI. Jeez, something completely new. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. And that's especially true for entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. I mean, who should we talk to when we have an important business decision to make? Each other. That's who. Now, I've been part of a business community ever since I started this business, working closely with business coaches, mentors to help me expand my reach and grow my business. I spent the weekend working closely with a group of business entrepreneurs in a roundtable focusing on AI and the future of AI, and it was electric. And we want the same for you. We want you to have that community. We want you to be part of that group of business owners that's navigating the ups and downs and all arounds. In 2021, my amazing business partner left the company to pursue her own challenges, and I was alone. You see, I was one of the few entrepreneurs blessed with the perfect business partner. She's brilliant and creative. She's rational and intelligent, and I trusted her. When she left, I was scrambling. I had a lot to do, and I needed to pivot. I needed to revisit my whole entire business model, and I had no one to talk to. So that's when we created the Impactors Global Mastermind. Branding, marketing, and business growth strategies, because that's what we all need to succeed. I'll move through this quickly so we can get to ChatGPT. So most business owners and entrepreneurs do it this way, right? Did you know that the average entrepreneur makes $50,000 a year? What? And that they don't have access to mentorship or resources? That's why they only make $50,000 per year. They question their own decisions. They don't know what to do or say, so they do nothing. They aren't sure who to trust. And they keep hoping for a different outcome, but instead the result is inconsistency, loss of brand recognition and momentum, decreasing sales, and plunging profits. We do things different. You have a community of peers to collaborate with. You have access to mentorship and resources. You learn sustainable business growth strategies. Your sales are consistent. Your profits are soaring. Your business has momentum. Your dream client is attracted to you. You know what to say and how to say it. When you're out and about, your confidence is off the charts. You can finally build a team, grow, and scale your business. I knew that I wanted to make a greater impact, and I felt like I had so much more to offer, and I wanted to share with and learn from other brilliant entrepreneurs. So who is in this group, this silly little mastermind that I keep mentioning? Forward-thinking, driven entrepreneurs, innovative small business owners, coaches, experts, service providers, authors and speakers, change makers and impactors, heart-centered unicorns. Oh, man, so much fun. So the Impactors Global Mastermind is really just a place where you can collaborate, build a community, you have accountability, problem solving, brainstorming, and so much fun, right? The result is, yeah, more money, greater impact. Can't be mad about that. And I'll go through this really quick. We like I said, we do things different around here. We created a very unique monthly format. We have 3 meetings a month. The first meeting is a true mastermind where we've incorporated our 7-minute impact method. You have 7 minutes to share a challenge and receive solutions on the spot from fellow impactors in the group. Not just me, right? Like I know some things, but I don't know everything. So I wanted to make sure there were brilliant minds in the group. Meeting 2, we do a deep dive intensive training, usually around AI brand building, marketing, and business growth strategies. Sometimes I lead those trainings and sometimes somebody in the group leads those trainings. And then on the 3rd meeting, we do a live lab implementation day where you're either implementing what you learned in the training, or maybe you're just getting something off your plate that's been sitting there a long time. And we all just sit there and we work together in real time. Very cool. So much fun. I love this group. And there's also a masterclass where you can dig into your branding. And that's all part of the mastermind, where you can focus on your ideal client and your competition and your unique distinctions and your positioning and your brand psychology and all that good stuff. So if you knew that you could excel if you had more support, what would you do? If this is a good fit for you, I'm going to include the application in the links at the end, okay? I invite you to just apply. Fill in an application, and then you'll end up on a call with little old me, and we'll talk about it. If it's a good fit, great. If it's not, that's fine too. Listen, you don't have to do this alone, this business thing. Right? You don't have to learn AI alone either, but you do have to do this. We need each other. It's true. Okay, I'm skipping over some of these slides. I realize that I've gone a little bit long. I just want you to be able to stop throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? You know, that's what we do. We're like, let me try this. Oh, let me try this, right? Just trying to get something that sticks. So let's build a brand foundation and a business strategy with programs, products, and services, verticals, and tiered offers that are authentically you. So now, what? You can have your spaghetti and eat it too. Gosh, kind of hungry. Okay, so let's see. I'm skipping slides. All right. So just remember, there is no one like you in the world. You have a gift so intrinsic that you don't even know where it came from. Even if your business has competitors or your business concept has been developed by others, yours is unique. Nobody does what you do the same way you do it. Right? No 2 business models are identical because the secret sauce is you. Oh, I love working with business owners. Brilliant. So, are you ready? We're going to fire up Chatty Cathy, and that's what I call her, Chatty Cathy, because my AI assistant is a female and her name is Kathy. And we're going to make some AI magic happen. Are you ready? I'm going to show you how to fill in your custom instructions. So let's see. I'm going to share ChatGPT next. Okay, here we go. I've opened up ChatGPT, and what I'd like to show you today is how to use custom instructions. All right, now, for a while, custom instructions was only available with ChatGPT Plus, which was ChatGPT 4. It doesn't matter because tomorrow it'll be like ChatGPT 12. So, but custom instructions was only available. Well, first, when they first rolled it out, it wasn't available at all. You had to go through a process to teach your AI assistant who you are as a brand before starting any ChatGPT project. right? And you can see I have a lot of fun in there. So, okay, so, and I want to make sure you can see, so I'm going to zoom in. There we go, make it nice and big. So this is what I do, all right? I have a notepad with my details. And these are the details that I asked you to compile during the presentation, right? And that's why I went a little long and went into a lot of detail, right? So here you want your company name, your owner name, the years in business, your niche. I've got my website in there, but sometimes I remove it because oftentimes she will make that my call to action every single time. And sometimes I don't want that to be my call to action. Oops, did I lose it? There, oops, there it is. Okay, so there we go. All right, so your custom instructions. Then I have right here, like, I suppose I should make that bigger too, right? How do I make this bigger? I don't think I can make that bigger. Okay, so next, you're going to have what makes our company different, right? Here's all the information that makes your company different. Here's going to be your product offering, right? The Impactors Global Mastermind, a group of committed, driven entrepreneurs, right? So there's that. Here's your ideal client. And then I've got 3 clients in there, and I do have an ideal client AI Activator training that I do as well. So like I said, reach out to me. I'll show you how to get this part together as well. So all you do is open that, go in here. You see, this is where your login is. Click on the 3 dots. Right there, you will see custom instructions. Click on that and boom, right? So that's where, oops, that's where you'll pop in your custom instructions. And let me show you something else. So you'll just, and that's why I said to always have this like on a notepad near you, right? So you would just take all of that, right? Copy it, take it in here, right? And pop it in there. And as you can see, I have my ideal client is seeking to expand their reach, to innovate, to connect. And these are my ideal client avatars. There's Ava, there's James, and there's Taylor, right? So I've got their names, everything in there. So start at the top is your company details, what makes your company different, what product you're offering, and then a bit about your ideal client. Then down here, it says, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? So I have, I put this all together here before I copied and pasted it here so that it would be perfect. So, and I change it sometimes, but act like a high-level branding expert and marketing strategist with a deep understanding of human psychology and brand archetyping. Oops. You will be writing copy for intelligent brands. We have clients in several niches and industries, so be sure to tap into the visceral, emotional language that will connect with the specific ideal client and industry without being overly sappy, stuffy, or fancy, and without using a lot of marketing speak. Because the minute she heard that I was in marketing, she started using all this marketing speak that doesn't really connect with humans. And then, yeah, so I just, have a little fun, capture attention, collaborate on this work together. And then I asked her, avoid using emojis unless I ask specifically for them to be included. Right? Because she was like putting emojis at the end of every single thing. So yeah, and that's how you do it. So you just go in here, go into your 3 dots, go to custom instructions, and put your brand details in there. And if you need help working through these brand details, then let me know. I will help you. I have so many workbooks. I have your AI Ideal Client Activator. I have your how to write your VPS, how to do marketing research, how to figure out what your brand archetype is. Whatever you need, let me know and I'll shoot it over to you. Anyway, just remember, get out there, shake hands, kiss babies, and be your brand. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah.